Hey friend, I'm so glad you're here. This one is all about you. And my number one concern has always been the person, the individual behind the community. Whether you're a property manager or you're a leasing professional or you're in a regional role, it's always been about the people doing the work, the ones holding it all together, the ones who almost never put themselves first. So today I want to give you something that goes a little bit deeper than just a tip. I want to help you to see your career differently and give you a way to take ownership of it without blowing up your life or adding more to your plate. Property management has really trained us to believe that the community is the asset, the building, the occupancy, the brand, how the results, right? That's what we have been trained. But the very first shift I want you to make, even before we get into exactly what we're talking about, is I want you to think of yourself as the asset. You are your biggest asset. And I'll say that over and over again until you believe it. Big sister energy here. It's not the address, it's not the logo, it's not the community, it's you. The skills you build, the judgment that you're developing, the way that you handle people, the way you handle pressure, problems, those belong to you, not to the building. And you take that with you wherever you go. That's the foundation of everything that I want to share. Just so you know where we're going, there is a simple try it woven into today's episode. It's designed to help you build your career intentionally, step by step, instead of letting it happen by accident. Whether you are just getting started in multifamily housing or whether you've been in this career for 20 years, I want you to do a simple reframe. Inside of the Spark membership this month, my team has created a beautiful, quiet career portfolio. It's a way for you to build and showcase the wins that you are building along the way. Now, this is whether you want to do this for yourself personally as an exercise to just see how far you've come and dream about where you want to go, or if you want to start putting the pieces together when you're ready to make a career move, whether that's to another community or it's another position, or you want to go outside of the industry or maybe just to the vendor side of things. This is almost like a portfolio that showcases your best work. And I'm going to walk you through how to do that inside of that resource. But for today, I want you to first think of the first shift is treat your career like it's going to last. If you believe that you're going to be in this industry for many years to come, you would definitely approach your work differently. Now, for so many of us, we're thrust into this industry. We got here on accident and then we stayed and years have passed, right? If you knew, though, that this was going to be your long-term career, even if you've been here 20 years and you knew you were going to be here longer, you wouldn't wait until you were completely burned out to reflect. You wouldn't wait until you were job hunting because you were either let go, your job was eliminated, or whatever to remember your wins. You would do that right now. You wouldn't downplay the skills that you've been quietly building while everything else is running. So here's the action behind the shift. You're going to take one moment first this week to capture something that you have done well in your career, whether it is a problem that you've solved, it is a compliment that maybe you received that has stuck with you to know like something that you're developing or a skill that you're better at now than you were a year ago or 5 years ago. This isn't about planning an exit, it's about respecting the career you're building. And in fact, you can start by looking at your career as a whole and doing this, but then I want you to get in the habit of doing this weekly. So this is something I've started doing myself because I went from being a leasing agent to a property manager to a lease up coordinator to then being a manager again to being a regional to being corporate to then being on the vendor side to then starting my own company. And a lot of times now in my position as the CEO of Sprout, there's times that I'm still frustrated. There's things that I don't know or that don't come easy. But when I stop and I think about Barbara 25 years ago, Barbara 5 years ago, Barbara 2 years ago, I am so impressed with the things that I've developed, the qualities that I've developed, the skills that I've learned, the people I've connected with, the impact I've had. But that only comes when I take a minute to really reflect on the career I've had and to treat my career like it's going to last. This is not just for the next few years. This is my purpose, right? So the next thing is I want you to shift into thinking that you are going to stop waiting for permission to grow. This is the second mind shift change. A lot of property managers are waiting. They're waiting for the right title. They're waiting for a bigger budget. They're waiting for leadership to notice how much they're carrying. I want to stop there. Most property managers are waiting for leadership to notice how much they're carrying. But real career growth doesn't always come from approval from the outside. It comes from quiet self-investment. So here is the action. Pick one area that you want to feel stronger in, or that you're already strong and you want to become proficient in, whether it's communication, marketing, financials, leadership, social media. Pick one. Then take a step you don't need permission for. And what I want you to do is I want you to either look at that and say, what is the quickest resource that is going to help me to become better? So if you're thinking communication or marketing, maybe you continue to listen to podcasts like this and others within the industry or others outside that you like how they communicate. If it's marketing, maybe you invest in the Sprout membership because you're like, Barbara is going to teach me all of her things that she's learned over 20 years. Or maybe it's somebody else. Maybe you take a course outside of the industry. If it is financials, maybe you finally sign up for that accounting course. And if it's leadership, maybe you look at a John Maxwell book or a course and you say, hey, I want to do that. Or you reach out to a mentor that you love the way they lead and you say, hey, can I take you to lunch? And how can I help you? Because I'd love to hear how you built your career, how you lead your teams. I've shared this in other podcasts, but when I first started Sprout, I had no money to my name other than the savings we had to live off of in case it didn't work. So I made a huge investment into an online course on how to launch a business and how to grow a business. And it was insane. It was like what my paycheck in corporate had been for like 3 or 4 months of a paycheck. And I made the investment because I knew I needed those skills and I knew I was going to be handicapped or capped at the level of the skills I had. It was scary, and yet I did it. Every single year, I continue to invest in myself. And it's scary, and sometimes it's expensive, and sometimes I'm like, oh, but it commits me to getting better because I always remember the asset is me. It's not Sprout. Yes, Sprout is an asset, but the real asset, the one that's coming with me everywhere I go in life, is Barbara. So anything that I'm going to teach myself, that I'm going to learn from others, is going to go with me. And that is the same for you. This is how confidence builds. It's not all at once, but it is consistently. And when you do this, you stop feeling stuck. You remember you're in the driver's seat. This gives you a lot of hope when you're in a job that you don't really like because you know you're building skills that you're going to be able to take with you. So remember, you are the asset. So we're going to treat our career like it's going to last, even if it takes detours and we're going in different maybe directions, but it's a career that's going to last. And we're going to make sure that we remember the investment is us. We are the asset. So this is where most careers quietly lose momentum. Like I said, growth is happening, but you don't have it documented. You're not looking at it. Wins pile up, then they disappear because you forget about them. Confidence fades because there's no record of progress. It's like on to the next thing. It's one thing I hate about multifamily. It's like next goal, next project. It's up to you to try it and say, let's build a quiet career portfolio. Again, inside of this resource kit this month at sparkwithsprout.com, we put together a template that you can drag and drop images, testimonials, quotes, accomplishments, and a resume so that you're building your portfolio. And it's not just a resume. It's not like just a LinkedIn post. It's something that you're going to have and build, and eventually you can share like a portfolio, like an artist would. It's a living record where you capture wins that maybe you forgot. It's problems you handled well. It's skills that you're strengthening over time. You don't need to have it 100% finished at the time unless you're actively looking for a job. You don't need to have it perfectly polished again unless you're ready to share it. You don't have to be looking for a change to do this. This is just one piece of a slowing down to document the wins of your career so you can see it for yourself. This sometimes is all that you need just to build that confidence. Look, girl, look where we started and look where we're at now and look where we're going. So, because staying ready doesn't mean that you're leaving, it just means that you're honoring yourself and your work. So inside, again, like I said, there's a quiet career portfolio template. You don't have to start from scratch. It's very clean and modern and designed for property managers and leasing pros and really anybody to make this process really simple and supportive. So if you're a member, get in there, grab it. Set a little bit of time with yourself this month to honor your career. Like, it's hard to look forward without taking a moment to appreciate how far we've come. Here's what I want you to take with you. You are the asset, baby. You're in the driver's seat and your career deserves intention. Don't wait for burnout to reflect on your career. Don't wait for permission to grow. And don't wait for somebody to validate you. You validate you. You grow you. You invest in you. Start now, one small action at a time. And as always, I'm rooting for you. So if you want to share this with me, you can email me directly at barbara@watchyourbusinesssprout.com. You can DM me on any of the social platforms. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and on Facebook, Sprout Marketing. And I want to see your wins and I want to see you continue to grow. So I'll see you guys next week with another small action that you can try. All right, friend, that's your small action for this week. But don't let this idea sit. The Spark Resource Kit is at sparkwithsprout.com, and it's there to help you put this into action with a lot less stress. And remember, it's the small actions that build strong communities and even stronger managers. I'll see you guys next time.